Hi guys, this is Black Clover Chapter 253, Bloodshed, and this chapter was quite cool actually. It was kind of like all girl kind of fight, and we had characters like Noelle, Lolo Checker. I've got a name now. I can actually spell it. And someone who actually turned up at right at the end was surprised me quite a bit was Nero, and they're all facing Lady Bianca and Noah. What's it called? Mimosa's there, but she's actually fighting the fodder minion. To be honest, at this rate, and it turns out they planned her. They planned to. They were fully prepared to fight Bianca. Uh, so that was quite nice that they actually planned this, whole strategy. So that was quite cool. So their strategy was to make her expend her devil power, and also having her submerged underwater means her blood powers would be severely weakened. Despite her being severely weakened, she could kind of overcome it with her sheer strength. But as she was expending more and more power, we learned that they were kind of baiting her to do that in a sense. That's the whole plan anyway. And I think when she gets to 70%, Nero comes out of nowhere and comes to seal her powers. So that's pretty cool at the end. So Nero is kind of like the MVP, the ace in the hole. And I'm not sure if you can actually seal her abilities or if it's going to work or not. But we'll find out next time. But because in shonen stuff like this, like whenever they come up with a plan, the plan never works first time. Somehow she's gonna break out of it, something like that. But we'll never know with Black Clover anyway. So yeah, we'll see what happens next time. But I also want to talk about how in this chapter we had quite a few flashbacks to what do you call it, Lolo Checker and Noel and Mimosa especially, and I quite like how they're all fighting for her because if they beat Bianca, Lolo Checker will not die because she's the one that placed the curse on her. So this is quite a bit of a personal battle as well, and also Bianca is the reason. Not Bianca exclusively, but Megahula, the devil she controls or is controlled by, is the reason why Noelle's mother died. And there was this moment where she kind of like calls her out, like saying, "You're the reason my mom died," and it just shows how detached and how much she really cares, how much she doesn't care. Bianca just says like, "Who is that?" So that's just shows how insignificant her mother was to her, which will probably make Noelle even more angry about that situation. And I quite enjoyed the flashback. We can see like the girls, they were bonding quite a bit, and they've definitely developed some kind of bond because they were fighting for each other. And there's also one scene where Lolo Checker kind of she kind of removes her mask of being the what you call the princess of the Heart Kingdom, and she starts crying. Shows her like she's also what you call it. She's also a real person underneath that thing that she puts up a front because of a position, and so they have like a little girly bonding moment at the end where they're like hugging. So that was really nice and emotional. Actually, it adds a bit of a weight to the chapter and shows what they're fighting for anyway. And those tears, they're pretty powerful indeed. And I wish Mimosa would have been would have been nice helping out the other girls, but she's dealing with that weird minion. I'm gonna call him the weird minion because that's what it is. She's dealing with that fodder minion, and hopefully she can deal with it herself. But him being a zombie is gonna be pretty annoying because like, how do you beat a zombie? I guess you could just incapacitate that, but I don't know if Black Clover is willing to do that, to be honest. But yeah. So I gotta say this chapter was all right. Definitely had some nice back scenes and some character developments, and also you know, shows some relationship strengthening bonds. So that was quite nice. And that was all from this chapter. Bye.